Speak to me another time.
I've got wares of every ilk. If you see what you like, best buy while you can. Hope to see you again ere long.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
I wasn't prepared for this. You have no right.
Avoid fame at any cost arisen. You have been doubted for it.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
I was informed of your coming, would-be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first, it would seem this is no mere deceiver.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one arisen. That arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous council, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
Not every little thing needs reporting like that. I trust you will comport yourself properly.
I've the presence to command any.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melve? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you? Welcome and well met. Don't think I've forgotten your discount now. I'll knock a few gold pieces off aught you buy. So spend away, my good sir. Do come again.
I can't wait to see what the day holds. What do you think? Does this suit me?
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above. I heard a rumour that this land was once a kingdom of beastrons.
Fascinating.
Quite, though no definitive records remain.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. You'll find only pieces of the finest quality line these shelves, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. Hope to see you again. Fancy a look at my wares? Welcome to Bjorn, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, hope to see you again.
Might as well take a look while you're here. Here, eh? Stop by again soon. Need anything?
That I do. This really is fine craftsmanship. This part's a little different as well. One order done. What's next?
All this worrying has given me an achy back.
It's nice to see everyone.
Well then, son.
There's something fun to do. I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering. You'll find none lighter on their feet than a thief. Methinks we've earned a brief repose. What say you, Arisen? All told, I'm rather satisfied with my performance.
If I learn anything of import, you will be the first to know. I hope my magic served you well. May our paths cross again someday.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my... special. 'Twill be an honor to serve by your side.
Should you wish to pick your foes off from afar, you need look no further than an archer such as I. If we share our strengths, we can begin formulating a strategy that caters to our respective skills.
A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. 'Tis said there is an illness pawns can contract beyond the rift that inflicts unspeakable harm on those around them. As it progresses, the pawn gradually loses all self-control, and in time will even cease to heed the Arisen's commands.
That sounds most unpleasant. I do hope we shall remain free of it.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Nice to see you again. What is he up to?
'Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
What guests, welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the finest brews in all of Vernworth. Wonderful.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here. As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. It would be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Vernworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
We have been charged with the felling of monsters.
There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation. There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Disa demanded Waldar amend the code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen Your Majesties, do not forget that we work to...
Welcome to the Star Drop-In. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to... Always a pleasure.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Fair winds.
Life can be tiring, no trouble. I might stay a while.
At least here I can enjoy my own company.
A chance to put my feet up is as welcome as fine ale.
What should I do?
That's quite enough!
My head hurts just thinking about it.
My legs are fair numbers.
Arms, arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
Stomach's complaining. I'll have an early supper.
I think there's any content to live in idleness.
Hail!
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Many thanks.
A common reward, frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
You don't need a permit to get into Batal. Just hide in the back of an ox cart, aye? It works. Mind, you've got to avoid the guard's line of sight. But it's easy enough. I should know. I've done it.
Time was, you scarce saw any beastrons here in Vernworth. But you'd think that'd be on account of immigration, but not so. See, a child born of both races always favours the beastron. At least I've ne'er beheld a human with a beastron parent. If we keep mixing, someday our kingdom will end up with more beastrons than they've got all in Batal.
Not a foe in sight.
I'll take the peace and quiet over a horde of enemies any day.
This is my first time clapping eyes on such an item. I expect my own master has yet to even discover it.
Now here's a surprise.
Our collection grows.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master.
If you've anything edible, I'll gladly lessen your burden.
Goblins, Master!
It's me. Fear not. You're safe with me.
Enough!
to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
I'll turn you into a pincushion!
Focus. A moment of indecision may spell our doom. And now, I must. A product of heedlessness.
Is anyone else available?
Forgive me, Jane, Virgin Risen.
Well done.
Tired of stomping. Tossing at our other foes.
You ought not to go charging off alone.
Don't be such a worrywart. I know what I'm doing.
Quickly, Arisen. You must regain your footing.
Well done, Master.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm.
Let me get that.
Field of battle want to pit us against our foes, but that's not by cutting them down easier to bear. See that you say?
Not bad.
Plenty more where that came from.
Well said. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment.
I'll turn you into pincushion.
By your command, Arisen.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
An astounding discovery. Indeed. Good on you for being so observant. This place offers a view of the sea.
I wonder what lies at its bottom.
I'm going to enjoy this.
I've an inkling this place will yield a rarity or two.
Well, well. That's quite a discovery.
One can never have too many materials. I'll harvest.
Fire won't do much good here. Let's try a different tack.
Certainly, Arisen. How might I be of aid?
Go on, run. I ain't going to stay. What's the hurry?
Arisen! Are you alright? I will finish this, here and now!
So soon? Why? We seem to have come.
Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
I say we give it a push and see what happens.
The sky is radiant this night. I feel at peace to gaze upon it. I suppose 'tis so?
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
Protect the shipment! Steel yourselves! Cut the fiends down! Don't let them touch the shipment!
Fee! How did this happen? We must have left the cargo! They're a tenacious lot.
I'll be needing a tall mother pail to recover from that blow.
Our task is complete.
I thank you for coming to our aid. That was a tight spot you saved us from. And what luck! Nary a scratch on the wares to show for it.
Naught like a feast to get you ready for bed.
Indeed. Surely we've time for a short kip ere we continue on our merry way. Are you so eager to chat with me? I thought we did enough of that on the road.
Our master is ruthless in command, yet kind indeed. No sooner have I fallen in battle than I'm set back on my feet.
Truer words were never spoken.